Hello world, I'm dragontize. I'm mesmerized with voice and eyes. In this file, a simple walk through the park will end with you offering your willing service to a beautiful enchantress. Of course, our journey doesn't start out quite so mystical. Far more mundane, really. You were going about your business as usual one day, and once your work was complete, you felt a strange urge for nature. You simply had to go for a walk in the park. Now, of course, that's not such an unusual desire. You'd been for walks before, but there was something about... No, this was perfectly normal. It was such a beautiful day, after all. The birds were singing high in the trees. A gentle breeze stirred the leaves on their branches. And those leaves were every color. A beautiful rainbow. Couldn't take your eyes off them as you walked along the path. The ground was soft underfoot. So smooth you soon found you were walking without really thinking, each step becoming a bit more automatic, a bit more relaxed as you passed under the arching branches and listened to the song of the birds, feeling the warm autumn sun on your back. The park seemed a bit different from what you remembered. It seemed as though you'd been walking deeper and deeper into it. For so long you ought to have reached the end of the path. Were you going in circles? No, everything's fine. That's right, everything's fine. And you kept going. Each step automatically slowing down, enjoying the experience, sinking into the sensations. Down and down the path took you, sloping gradually down, until suddenly you noticed something that was a bit strange. In front of you, you couldn't see the trees anymore. The path ended in a strange spiral. Blue and green swirled before your eyes. A portal, more than wide enough and tall enough for you to pass through, swirling colors. You couldn't see what was on the other side, but somehow you knew it would be perfectly safe to step through. That when you did, you'd be walking into a dream, dwelling in another world for a while. And you found you were eager to do so. You felt calm and safe stepping through. You found time slowing, your steps slowing, until at 10 steps away it seemed that time was down to a crawl. 9 steps, and each step relaxing you more. 8 steps, closer now, closer to that door. 7 steps to your dream. 6 steps away from all that seemed so close at hand. 5 more steps. 4 to the door. 3 more steps away. Your feet bringing you automatically closer and closer. 2 more steps. 1 more step you take. And as you pass through the portal, you drop, falling, swirling down and down through the spiraling colors. Down and down, floating and falling, a spiraling vortex tunnel, a whirl, whooshing and singing sounds, a song, pulling you through and on and down, following the sound down and around until you drop onto another path. This path unfamiliar entirely, the world changed and strange. Purple leaves on crimson trees, beneath the teal sky, pink fluffy clouds just drifting by. Everything's so different, so unusual here. But in this dream you seem so safe, and you seem to know your way, pulled forward, urged forward by a feeling inside, that feeling you ignored when you chose to come through the door, to come to the park before, pulling you onwards when the path forks and branches. You're never worried which way to take, turning left here or right there. You know which path is left, for you have the feeling that your way is so right. And when you know the right way, the only thing left is to follow. Follow that urge, that pull within. Let it begin to draw you deeper and deeper into the dream. Suddenly, the path brings you into a clearing. The lovely sky above, the clouds, have lost your attention, for your gaze is drawn to a woman. She's standing out in the open, completely unconcerned. She smiles down as though she's been expecting you. And maybe you have been expecting her. You feel as though you've seen her before, those eyes so familiar. Have you met her in another dream? Her clothing, or lack thereof, what it reveals and what it conceals, was exactly as you'd hoped, exactly as you had imagined. With a nod of her head and a wave of her hand, she beckons you forward. That's the first time you realize you had stopped. When did you stop walking? You feel sorry that you stopped. Why did you begin? You wouldn't have resisted the pull. You want the pull. You're walking toward her, but now you're timid, hesitant. Does she really want you? Did she really call you here to be with her? Her smile is so warm, her gaze so inviting, her summons so welcoming. Your concern melts away in a wave of bliss as she snaps like this. It washes over you and melts away. Any lingering doubts have all flowed out, and soon you find yourself next to her, and she gestures to the ground at her feet. You sink to your knees in reverence, looking up at her. She holds out her hand, and knowing somehow what's right, you take hold of it. You know exactly what she wants you to do, and you do it. Somehow you know the service she requires. You know what she desires. And all you long for is to give her what she wants. To serve, to obey, to follow. She reaches down and gently pets your head. It's good that you've come. You've answered my summons. I was wondering, it took you so long. Did you have to walk far? No matter. You're here now, here with me. And you're exactly what I had in mind. A mind like yours is so malleable, so easy to shape to my will, giving in so readily and so deeply. I can just snap my fingers and send a wave of bliss running from your head to your toes like this. That's right. Let it melt away your thoughts again. Let my desires wander in, serving my body with yours, giving in, giving to me. That's right. Shh, don't worry. You're what I've been hoping for. Am I what you desired? Have I lit your fire? Suddenly you're aware of what you're wearing. It doesn't seem right somehow. Something is missing. And she holds it out to you. Once again you hesitate the barest amount before realizing that yes, this is what she wants. You are what she wants. She brought you here, and this is right. You take it and you put it on, and you look up at her with adoring eyes so far gone in her gaze and her smile, lost in her voice, all the while wondering, what more can you do to serve? What else could you give? How can you deserve? But she stops that thought. You deserve bliss, a wave like this from your head to your toes. That's right. Let it wash over you. Every time I say wave and snap like this, a wave of bliss from your head to your toes, washing away those thoughts. That's right. That's right. Just give in. Feel me petting your head. feel the weight of what I've given you, where you're wearing it. You can look or touch the mark of your service. Know that in this place, in this dream, you are mine. And what may seem to have been such a long path was not so far at all. For when you answer my call, it's as easy as falling into a dream. As easy as a wave of bliss washing over your mind, taking away the thoughts like this wave, and another wave, and another wave, taking you, sinking you deeper and deeper until the waves have washed away your thoughts, waves washing your mind down deep into stillness, a wave. You could try to analyze, try to think, but another wave takes those thoughts away. Wave after wave after wave. There's no way to hold up against waves. Maybe some thoughts remain, but a wave washes those away as well. That's right. And it's okay if you think, for you can think of her. Or you can think of the next wave and how much more bliss it will bring. Think of this dream and from what it springs. Her desire, your desire, mingling in a fire, fed by your service, by your adoring gaze falling into hers, lingering feeling of that symbol as you're walking back down a path, with perhaps some regret but pulled onward, knowing this is right, knowing it's her will for you to leave the dream for now, but still she'll be waiting there for you. And you can walk back down the path and find that portal, that tunnel, the swirling colors pulling you up and up, back to the park, back to familiar surroundings, walking up that path, back up the gentle slope with the birds singing, hearing the wind whooshing through the trees, knowing that now that sound will remind you of her, just as the lingering feeling of her symbol reminds you of what she gave and what she took, what you gave to her. And you can feel that and bring the memory of the waves up with you, up and up, because it's just 10 more steps out of the park. And once you get to the 10th step, you'll have to come awake again. 1 step, leaving the dream behind. 2, 3, beginning to be a bit more aware of your real surroundings. 4, 5, coming alive to the room you were in, the place where you begin. 6, 7, waking up with that memory of the heaven to which you may return. But 8, it's time to come awake. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Or 9, give a stretch. And 10, wake. And though you know it was just a dream, I do hope you may dream with me again. Thank you for listening.